4 seasons into the show, and I finally get cinematography working for this. Anyway, hey everybody, what's up? This is Retrokid Reviews, doing a quick, by the numbers, rapid fire review of the first 3 episodes of Invincible. But before we get to that, I want to do a quick announcement for next weekend's review for not just Daredevil for Born Again Season 2, but for the Ready or Not movies, because as of this weekend, Ready or Not 2 Here I Come is already out in theaters, and is okay box office-wise. I haven't checked the final numbers just yet, so as far as a cult classic horror movie from the 2010s getting a decent sequel. I got a lot to say about Radio Silence, and I have always wanted to just get this out of the way. This review will also be my thoughts so far of Scream 7, mainly because of everything that happened with Melissa Barrera, so be on the lookout for that, hopefully next week. So, with that said, and probably my lineup for Marvel content next week, as far as Born Again goes, let's get to some comic book related stuff, like, Invincible. Yeah, 4 seasons in, and I still can't do the cutaway bit. Sorry. But with that being said, the first episodes were actually pretty good. I did say this in the non-spoilers review. I like the prequel slash Nolan and Alan episode of the arc of this this batch of issues from the comic. I believe Patrick Warburg's son actually voiced him for the prequel flashback version of Nolan, which was surprising even for me to understand. So cast IMDb down below if I got anything wrong like usual. So with that said, where was mostly Nolan throughout the in between most of what happened when he was fighting I think the first batch of Viltrumites with Mark in season 2? Not much other than the prison stuff we saw from last season and Alan recruiting much of what you're going to be seeing here. This is minor spoilers. I think this is most of the marketing photos here, hence why I'm keeping the cinematics a little blurry. For William, I think over there, he is getting bigger as usual. I think that's kind of like the Thraxan of him. I forgot the exact alien race, but the ant people from 2 seasons back that just rapidly ages, kind of like a Thraxan, which, speaking of which, yeah, they kind of came back in, I think, to fulfill something that Robot and Monster Girl had to go through in the comics. So there is still stuff from the comics that got to finish up before going into their final season, if they have one in the next couple of years. So with that said, on to the Thrag of it all. Not really much right now. I know Lee Pace is playing him. He only showed up for most space stuff and when Conquest got out, and basically had a decent dressing down from him saying, yeah, no, we're not going to kill you. We're going to need you for more stuff later down the road. Again, sorry for the generalization. I'm literally going to be a week behind by the time the new episode drops next week. That's mainly why we're kind of speed running here. But other than that, where was Mark throughout most of these first 3 episodes? Going through it, but not as going through it as probably Eve is going through. Because, again, comic readers of the book are probably celebrating that she is pregnant, but also comes with fluctuating problems with her atom powers. So that, I thought, was probably an end result of the Conquest fight, but book readers are already ahead of it, knowing that it's probably what's happening to her is because of her pregnancy with Mark. So, again, I'm not a book reader. I don't know if they kept the kid in between before the finale of the series. So, again, let me know in the comments down below, as always. Also, if you're going to mention anything from the comics, please put a comic spoiler, because potentially that might still be a thing in play for the show itself. Speaking of which, as far as Mark goes, he looks fantastic as usual. Stephen Young is absolutely flexing like usual when it comes to just being through trauma era of like Mark. A lot of season 1 regulars came back for episode 3 that his brother had to deal with. Machine Head and Titans drama is folding again. So you get a good breath of like seeing where things have been in between the seasons for a lot of like Invincible's like beginning rogues gallery of guys before going back into like Viltrumite stuff, which I'm assuming they are kind of lining up to the Viltrumite War. If you haven't seen most of the trailers, that's probably what's going to be happening in the next couple of weeks. So overall thoughts for the Guardians, not much other than they're slightly trusting Cecil again, mainly because Invincible they're probably going on his lead, if anything else. I forgot the lead commander here is played by Mike of Breaking Bad fame. Go to his actor name down below, obviously cast as usual. And yeah, obviously a lot of like AMC slash Walking Dead regulars have been voicing characters for the Guardians ever since the beginning of the series. So I'm going to be missing names, and I'll try to remember them as much as I can. So yeah, overall thoughts so far for the season. It's still hitting good. Animation is back on point. Like, again, they didn't really waste much of their budget for these first 3 episodes. So, if anything staggers, it'll probably be the next couple of weeks before the finale. If anything like last season, I'm pretty sure the finale fight is going to be the biggest focus that most of the animation team probably had to go through. And yeah, that's pretty much it. My overall scores for right now, TBD, but if I had to put up money on it now, decent flat 8 out of 10. Might turn into a 9 by the end of the season, so just be on the lookout for any updates on my scores. So with that said, and getting ready for Daredevil Born again, go to the figures here to sub to the channel Hype Point if you are a mobile subscriber down below, and hit the notification bell down below for previous videos. Go to me over here to also see the shorts playlist where I did my non-spoilers review for the show, other shorts content, which is obviously some other non-spoiler stuff as well, and also catch-ups for Critical Role, which will be happening next week, because I was very much aware that Brendan Lee Mulligan is now on maternity leave, but they pre-taped some stuff for Campaign 4 so that he can, like, transition back after maternity. So I'll figure that out as time goes on. I'll probably have an update post about that on Tumblr. So with that being said, yeah, sorry for the quick and dirty review here, but yeah, I haven't really done frame by frame with a bunch of stuff, but yeah, as far as Mark goes, I just want to close out. Are you good? Because everyone so far this season is kind of wondering if he's turning into Nolan at times, and I kind of see it, weirdly. So, with that said, take care, subscribe, and, he's not gonna go full Nolan, right? Like, right?